Good morning, ladies and gents. Rocking the Young Republican pin here this morning, this fine Thursday morning. It's a little chilly. It's just after 8 o'clock. I'm heading out to my Center Sphere chapter meeting. Been listening to David Goggins all morning. I'm feeling pumped. Stay hard.
Into U.S. Bank home mortgage. Something to think about. We were talking this yesterday.
Hey there, listeners. I never check the time before I start recording. It is 1:35. My 11 o'clock went until 12:30. It was with an FMO, a local FMO. I think they were based out of Gretna, I believe. No, Gretna sounds, I don't know. They're west of where I like to go. And they're trying to recruit me. The problem was they wanted all of my Medicare business, meaning I couldn't split like med subs versus MAPDs. And I have no intention of switching my upline for my Advantage plans at this time, just because I feel as though Anchor Insurance Group, whom I've talked about on these in the past, has given me a very good opportunity and essentially some free promotion and free advertising to help me get started in doing some Advantage and cost plans with them around the Nebraska area. And so I just felt as though I kind of have to repay them for being open and helping me. And also Anchor is the company that completely trained me on Obamacare and everything Affordable Care Act, all the rules, all the loopholes, just kind of the whole setup for ACA. So I feel as though I should probably repay them and keep my business with them, even though I really love this FMO. Now, Anchor is not an FMO. So that is something that was very appealing to this to the people at my lunch meeting, because I'd be working directly with the FMO, the Field Marketing Organization, for those that don't know what that is. And I would just be a much more personal relationship, and the FMO would be helping me directly instead of them helping Anchor, and then Anchor choosing which agents to give like leads and marketing material to. So that is a drawback, I guess. But right now, Anchor has done me so well. I just feel like I'm anchored to them and anchored to the position that I am at currently, or the spot I'm at, I guess, the setup. So I need to continue that relationship, I guess. But then I stopped home, obviously. Oh, the lunch meeting was at the Inner Rail in Aksarben. Super cool place. The guy bought me some Indian food there. Delicious. I've been craving Indian food for like 5 years and I haven't had it. Now I finally got my taste of India for the next half decade, I guess, because apparently I don't eat it that often, even though I love Indian food. But yeah, I came home real quick. I left this about an hour and a half time to eat lunch before my 2 o'clock. But obviously I ate lunch at that meeting, and it also went a half hour long, so I only had like an hour at home. And so I had a call scheduled, and I had the call with, let me see if the website's still up. Yes, it is. Where is it? There we go. With Be Well MD. They used to do business in the Omaha and Lincoln area, but not so much anymore. They're out of Austin, somewhere in Texas, somewhere south where it's much warmer. Of course, it's really nice out today, actually. But they essentially are bringing back house calls, specifically though for the senior market. So this is in addition to their MedSup or their MAPD plan, and so they had to target high affluent kind of market, and the they taught me a lot, actually, this phone call. The fastest growing senior population, the second fastest growing senior population is in Austin, Texas. And they're also one of the most affluent senior populations in the whole states. So it makes sense why they moved down there instead of little old Omaha and Lincoln. I wonder how much the population is between those two. Probably Omaha's population, metro, including CB, including Council Bluffs, is about 1 million, I know. And Lincoln, gosh, I have no idea. I know on Husker game days, Lincoln or Memorial Stadium down in Lincoln is the third biggest city in all of Nebraska, which is hilarious. Beat out Grand Island and North Platte and Kearney. But I got off track. It was a very good call. They are essentially, Be Well MD is essentially thinking about coming back into the Omaha market and getting, essentially getting back their connections to the ILs and ALs, independent livings and assisted livings, because they really strive there. They really strive in going to those types of places. And so our conversation was all about telemedicine and kind of advancements and innovations happening with technology and with just patient care in general. And they're definitely one of the ones leading that. Bringing back house calls sounds like such a old-fashioned, crazy idea, but it's really not. It's where the future is for provider care, I think, when it comes to health insurance and healthcare. But what do I know? I'm nobody. I'm off to my 2 o'clock with a lady from a company. I don't remember her name or the company. I'm no use. You guys should just stop watching these videos now, probably. But no, she does, I believe it's assisted living, but it's much more high end, and they offer a lot of extra services that a lot of places don't, from what I can tell. But I don't know. So I will give you guys an update after that meeting. Gosh, where do I even begin, guys? My one-to-one, the first one-to-one I had with the lady whose name I could not remember. Her name was Whitney, and she works with a company that does the non-medical side of home health care. So think medication reminders, pet care, meal prep, all those types of things. That went amazing. She was super young. I didn't realize just how young she was. She was 29. I always like meeting and connecting with other younger people. I'm 23 myself. She thought I was 29, so that was a nice little compliment. Ego booster for the day, I guess. Stroking my ego. I always like meeting with younger people because it's more genuine, in my opinion. They're more carefree, more willing to cuss, more willing to say their actual feelings and opinions, to be honest. Whereas a lot of older people in business, through networking, I found kind of sugarcoat things and piddle-paddle around certain taboo topics like politics. Her and I talked about politics a good amount. So you guys, sorry, the camera's falling. You guys are falling. I won't drop you. There's a song, right? If you fall, I will catch you. I will be waiting. But no, it was really good with her. She gave me an idea for a new avenue to pursue for my telemedicine goal and plan of bringing telemedicine to those who need it most. She said that the services she offers definitely very much coincide with telemedicine, and she could see that being a good fit for them offering to their clients. But additionally, she told me that I should market this to hospitals and caregivers, social workers, she said, in hospitals, which would be amazing. Essentially, it would be maybe at the bare minimum a lunch and learn, or I guess also at the bare minimum, maybe a flyer that the social workers hand out in a discharge packet to their patients. But think about this, when a patient gets released from the hospital, if they go back within, I believe it's 90 days, and they're on Medicare, the hospital has to eat that cost because they're going back for the same issue. So if I could save hospitals money just by offering their clients a $20 a month plan, $200 a year with a discount, then that could be very much a value add and a win-win-win situation. Win for the patient, of course. They're not going back to the hospital, probably because sometimes they don't actually need to go back to the hospital. If they just call the doctor with telemedicine, doctor would say, don't go to the ER, you're fine, wait it out, or something else. It's a win for the patient. It's a win for myself, barely. I get compensated like $5 from one of these telemedicine plans, but hey, I guess that's a numbers game at that point. I'm not doing it to get compensated. I'm doing it to get clients in the book, and then see if I can help them out with other issues. Maybe they're having trouble with their Advantage plan. Maybe their current agent or old agent stopped working, stopped being an agent, or that happens all the time, believe it or not. Or maybe their doctor was in network last year, but he switched, all sorts of problems. So the ROI might be much greater than just a $5 policy, $5 sale. But then also third, the hospitals win because they are not having patients come back in that will not pay any bills because they don't need to, because they're coming back in within a certain time frame. So it's a win-win-win. Win for patient, win for me, win for hospital. So she's very smart, very in tune with my goal and what I was trying to do, bringing telemedicine, kind of expanding telemedicine, I should say. So that was fun. She was very young, like I said, and energetic, and just had her head on straight and was very authentic. I appreciated that, and I told her that. And she was super passionate about helping people, especially older people, and especially those that are old that have certain diseases, in particular Parkinson's. She's on like the Parkinson's board in town. They obviously don't advocate Parkinson's. They do, like, they put on the Parkinson's walk and help raise money for looking for cures and disease prevention efforts, things like that. So that was my first one-to-one. Then immediately after that, I had another one-to-one with a new friend, Mitchell. He is a financial advisor. Right now, he just has his life and health license at the time of this video. Him and I were really geeking out about life insurance, specifically IULs, Index Universal Life, which I do too. And so I was picking up everything he was putting down and back and reverse, vice versa. We were talking about how amazing, how magical was the word I use, Index Universal Life policies are. I mean, you can literally put in a couple $100 a month. If you do more, that's even better. But then you can grow this policy, the cash value. You can use it in case a long-term care event happens, if you have a long-term care or critical illness or terminal illness rider on it. You can use it essentially as an annuity in the sense that you are taking out a loan against the cash value of that policy, and then the interest for that loan is paid also the cash value, and it's lowering your death benefit at all time, throughout all this. It's a little complicated to explain. I didn't plan on going this in depth already in this video, but essentially you can get non-qualified money, meaning it's not going to be taxed, and you can just get that out of your life insurance policy. Essentially, you can pay yourself from your life insurance policy almost until you die, depending on when you die and depending on how much money that has grown over the years of you putting premium in. So financial advice, I guess, for the day, even though I'm not definitely not a CPA, obviously. It's not tax advice. But I'm also not a financial advisor. I don't have any of my series. I just know life insurance. So, but with that little, probably illegal needed sentence right there, I'm going to continue. And so if you want to have essentially an income stream in retirement, go to someone who can sell you life insurance, an IUL in particular, and say, hey, I'm going to put in $200 a month to this, $150, whatever you can afford, for whatever amount of time. And I don't care about the death benefit. I just want you to get as close as you guys can to meching this thing out. And meching stands for something that I cannot remember right now. Maybe I will tag it up here. Gosh, what is that? Whatever. But get as close to making it an investment, essentially making it out as possible. Say it, they'll know what it means. Whoever's doing the illustration should know what that means. Whoever's the agent definitely should know what that means. But yeah, say I want to get as close to making this thing out as possible. Essentially, it's where you put in more funds, where if you got the actual death benefit that those funds would pay to be much higher, but because you don't care about the death benefit, you just care about growing the cash value as much as you can. That's what making it out is. And you will be very shocked to see the staggering results of growth, I guess, in your cash value, in your policy, in your life insurance policy, if you keep putting that money in to a policy that should essentially have a higher death benefit. It sounds more complicated. I probably confuse the hell out of you guys. Reach out to me with questions, or your financial advisor, preferably me, because I can do those as well. But it's the 8th, how many wonders of the world are there? 7? It's the 8th wonder of the world, IULs. They're very magical. So that's a fun one-to-one. But now I'm back home. It is 4:30, just a little bit after. And now I am going to get out of this stiffy clothes, even though I look fresh, with my socks on and the heater going. It's cold down here. It's cold down here, fellas and ladies and aliens. It's 2020. No judgment here. But yeah, gonna change out these clothes, do some emails, hang out with the girlfriend tonight a little bit. Stretch my elbow. This morning, someone shook my hand. Been trying to use my right hand more. Someone shook my hand very aggressively, and they like grabbed my elbow. They did the Bill Clinton thing where they like grab your elbow too. Really hurts right now. So I need to stretch that out. What else? That's it for now. See you guys later. Hey vlog, I'm just getting done hanging out with my girlfriend. It is 8:55 p.m. Heading home and going to finish responding to emails and text messages. I got most done. Sorry, I'm trying to get the shadow off. There we go. I got most done, but I still have a few more left. Very productive, because my girlfriend was also doing work on her computer this evening. So it was just kind of a work hangout sesh. Yeah, I'll update you guys in a little bit. So I was checking my LinkedIn notifications because I saw I had 16. I figured most of them were mentions and reactions because my LinkedIn game's strong. No, I'm trying to build my LinkedIn. Currently, I have been for about a month now. Seems like it's working. I'm getting more engagements and more reactions on all my posts. But where was I going with that? Oh, one of those 16 or so notifications was actually a message, so I'm glad I checked it. And the message was from this girl that I believe she was in student government with me back in college. We at least went to college together, and we were in the no, I don't know if we're in the College of Business. I knew her from college, but she reached out saying that she needed some health insurance as of 3/20 because she's losing her employer coverage. So got a referral, not a referral, got a prospect because she reached out. Always a good feeling. Come to think of it, I actually have no idea how she, there's no way she would have known what I do other than social media, probably LinkedIn, from seeing my posts. So social media, still to this day, the best free marketing that's out there. Maybe other than networking. It is 10:30. Gotta walk slow down the stairs, carrying some tea. Shout out to baby Colin, the OG. Just got done finishing responding to emails and text messages and LinkedIn messages. Now I'm going to read for half an hour and head to bed, even though I'm super tired. But I can't put off reading any longer. I'm already behind. Need to play catch up. So, gonna stay up later than I want. till about 11:15 probably. Sometimes that has to happen. And it's not like it's work. Reading is more enjoyable, and it's more of building and practicing your brain and your cognitive skills. But that's a wrap for today, guys. See everyone tomorrow. Stay hard.